What's up, everybody? Hold on. Here we go. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Happy Halloween weekend, baby. You already know what it is. It is Ladies Night, baby. Welcome to another amazing episode coming to you live here from the TGN Latinx studio. Of course, it's your girl, Mysterious Jax, and my beautiful co-host, Goddess Lore. What's good?
What up? That intro got me so juiced.
You didn't know it was happening.
What's going on?
I
was
know.
like, oh, we're legit.
We're legit.
We're looking good.
This
I love it.
I mean, we should be. This is episode 201, baby. Give us another round of applause for that.
That's right.
Oh,
201.
Yes, we are back. And if you missed our live show, you missed a hell of a show, baby. So much so that we brought the party again this Friday. We even brought a guest from that night who was trying to take over the mic that night. I'm just kidding. It's a good friend of mine, and his name is Ashton. Everybody give a round of applause to Ashton. What's up, Ash?
Hello.
What's going on, baby?
Oh man, it's a pleasure to be here. I truly appreciate
you
the
got your
invite.
sexy voice on. I see.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I see it.
I gotta turn it on for the radio. You feel me?
I thought he was going to say for the ladies, but he said for the radio.
For the radio.
Okay, for the radio.
For the
You know.
whoever. The ladies.
Whoever, everyone who's out
we,
there.
We can't say whoever, but
Okay.
for the radio, for the ladies.
Okay,
There
for
you
the
go.
ladies. As soon as I told him it was live on YouTube, he started texting people like, "Wait, what's the channel?"
You know?
So shout out to Ashton's people who are tuning in for the first time.
Nobody
Welcome.
tuning in. Nobody really mess with me like that.
Stop
So,
it! You got a fan base out there. I know you do.
I hope to gain one after this live streaming.
Okay.
Hey.
And that's why we put your Insta on there. So make sure people
Bet.
can follow you on there for sure.
Perfect.
Just in case they can't read it, if they're not on YouTube, what's your Instagram so people can come find you right now while you're
Alright,
talking?
So my Instagram is _flyer than your kicks. That's _FLYERTHANYOKICKS.
Damn, we wrote like a whole summary right there. I'm just messing.
It's all good. It's all good. I had
But
to slow it down.
You had to slow it
Yeah.
down for sure. Well, welcome to Ladies Night.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, ladies.
It's Halloween weekend. What do you guys got planned this weekend?
Oh, y'all starting with the guests first, or y'all going with the host?
Well, I'll ask Goddess Loaded first. Loaded,
Alright.
what do you have? What are you doing this Friday?
Well, tonight this, and then actually a really beautiful invitation came to me. A friend of mine does an altar at his house every year, and he invited me and my boys to come over for some pan dulce and hot
Okay.
chocolate so that I can put a photo of my mom on his altar. And that just made me
I
feel
love
all the ways. I felt all the love, and it was really nice. And then, I still got to make it up to my kiddos this weekend because I ditched them for the Dodger game. So I got to pay up. I got to take them to the movies and to dinner. So we're doing that Saturday. And then for Halloween, we're carving pumpkins and, going trick-or-treating.
Okay. I
Busy
see you.
weekend.
Busy weekend for
Yeah.
sure. What are you gonna dress up though while you take them trick or treating?
Bitch, I dress up every year. And this year I feel blocked. I think I might just do I'm going to do Adele 2015. But I'm not trying to trick-or-treat in high heels, though.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Be
You know,
comfortable.
I'm
Wear
not,
Crocs or something.
But Adele 2015 was very regal gowns, and I was like, oh, I got something that I could pull off. But
Right.
Wait, you said Adele?
Yeah, Adele.
Oh, I thought you meant like Dow Jones.
No, Adele.
Oh, like the
Stop.
computer?
Yeah,
Like
like
Dow.
the stock. I
no.
thought you was gonna go up and down like the stock.
No.
Okay.
My booty go up and down, but,
Wait a
but
minute.
I
Like
don't
a salt
know.
shaker.
Yeah, sometimes.
What about you, Ashton? What you got going on this weekend?
Well, tonight after I, grace the presence of
of us?
these beautiful
Okay.
TGIN Latinx.
Yeah, Latinx.
Latinx ladies.
Okay.
I will be going to my sister's house to celebrate my cousin's birthday, his birthday was on the 18th.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, so in my family it's tradition to celebrate your birthday all month.
Is it really
It's
all
tradition.
month?
I love
In my family, we
that.
celebrate birthdays all month.
Wow.
Yeah, so tonight I'll be doing that.
There's this, it's small. It's a little bit of you guys, right? That's not a lot.
It's a little bit.
Yeah, if we did that for us, man, that's too many
You'd be-
people.
oh yeah.
And that's
nah,
at least
it's-
4 people in December.
Yep.
Oh no, my family's pretty big. We're far out. We're out here, Texas,
See,
Louisiana, but
Yeah.
it's just like my immediate family out here in like LA.
Right.
I was talking about the media family
I
too.
bet. Oh, hey,
You know the Martinez clan.
most definitely.
You
I
know there's a
yeah.
lot of us over here.
Most
Y'all roll
definitely.
deep.
We roll deep.
But oh, you said we. You're part of the Martinez clan.
Yeah.
No, I said y'all
No,
roll deep.
unofficial.
I said we. That was
Oh,
me.
but fuck yes, I'm an
Yeah,
unofficial
she is
part
unofficial.
of the Martinez gang.
For sure.
But after and then tomorrow, gotta keep my grooming up. I got a barbershop appointment.
Okay, what are we getting
Nice.
done? Is that why we're wearing a hat today?
Most definitely. Hey, don't
Okay.
give away my secrets.
I noticed the hat's LA though.
Yeah, because it's the color.
Okay.
Don't
So for those that don't
Okay.
know,
wait. Let me.
go ahead.
Listen,
Let me
that was
finish my
where my
plans.
comment was gonna end.
I
If
know-
y'all want to go anywhere,
Nah, we'll get into that after I finish giving the world my plans.
Because they so desperately want to know.
They so desperately want to know my plans. Hey, all right, and then tomorrow, so after my barbershop appointment, I'm just chilling.
Okay.
And then Sunday we're capping off my cousin's celebration with lunch at CPK.
Oh,
in the marina.
yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
Are you guys gonna dress up at all?
Nah, we don't dress up.
Oh
We
my
just-
bad, y'all
we
too
just-
cool.
Nah, we just walk around swaggy.
Ah,
That's it.
oh my god!
Yeah, that's it. We just-
All right, y'all.
Mama, what do you order from CPK? Because I just went there with my sister and I hadn't been there in years.
Man. So what do we order? Well,
Yeah.
what do I order?
What do you order? Yeah.
All right. So typically when I go to CPK,
That's
it's the
mine
tequila
too.
pasta. The
I
cream
love
pasta,
it.
Everybody
the
loves the
chicken
tequila pasta.
The
I
chicken
mean,
tequila,
yeah.
and I get a small 6-piece barbecue chicken pizza,
Mm,
and then
okay.
I go ahead and top it off with either
Okay,
a
y'all making me
old-fashioned-
hungry. I'm trying not to eat carbs right now.
I usually get an old fashioned, or I'll probably go to my my go-to, my tequila meal.
All right,
However I'm
ladies,
feeling.
he's single. If y'all know
Hey.
you want to go out to CPK for a dinner date, let him know.
And you can
Slide
impress
in
him
the
because now you
DMs.
know what he orders, so you
Slide in
can
the
order
DMs.
old fashioned for him when he's in the bathroom.
You guys, we
That's
got it.
smooth.
We
That's-
got.
hey. By the way, ladies, that's very thoughtful.
Oh my god.
I would greatly appreciate that. I would be truly appreciative if that happens. If I step away from the table and go use the restroom, come back and I got an old fashioned with
Right?
my barbecue chicken pizza.
You know, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna
Okay,
get
bet.
into that tonight. Tonight's topic is about like dating, securing the number, and just kind of giving those tidbits on like, you know what we
Yeah.
kind of like it when it comes to dating. So we'll get
Okay.
into that. But first off, let's go ahead and say hi to the people in the chat box. We
What
got
up?
the baddest in the building.
Hey.
She says, "Hey, what's up to my favorite big booties?"
Hey, what's up?
We
Hey.
heart you
baddest?
too, baby.
Oh, there you
We
go.
heart you too. And of course, we all the way from Boston. We got my girl Chantal.
Hey.
Says Jackie, I love you too, boo. I love you too.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting lit tonight. This is what I love.
Yeah.
Tune in to Ladies Night every Friday. Get lit, or while you're getting ready to go get lit, listen to us because we'll get you
Yeah.
right. We'll get you right.
And listen, if you want to see us, if you want to get up close and personal, come sit on our
Yeah.
lap. Go to the YouTube channel, our YouTube, the YouTube. I fucking hate when I do that shit.
Hey, this is a Spanglish show. Okay, this is a safe space.
All right, we good.
The
then.
YouTube, la YouTube,
Go
however
to
you want to
the
say it.
YouTube on Ladies Night. Is it just Ladies Night or Ladies Night Radio Show?
Ladies Night Radio Show, or also TGN Latinx.
Latinx,
Yeah,
yeah.
baby.
It's been a great week, Jackie, because on Wednesday I was like on my show. I had some really hot men,
You did.
and we're continuing it on Friday. Like,
I know.
What? This is a good.
I know.
week.
We have some
It's a good
beautiful
week.
men coming into the building here at
We
TGN
do.
Latinx. So, yes, if you guys missed Sexual Frequency on Wednesday, make sure you catch that. She had the amazing men from Just a Dope Ass Podcast. And today, of course, we have my amazing friend, Ashton, right here. All right, you guys. So, Ashton, you were at the Friday show. We
Yes,
got to talk
ma'am.
about, let the people know who missed Friday's show, what they missed, this live show recap. That's what we're talking about real quick.
Okay, so man, the live show recap.
Don't
was-
give them too much.
I'm
though.
not.
Okay.
But the live show recap, man. The live show
Was it an
epic.
experience?
It was an experience.
It was an
It
experience.
was an experience and a half. I actually had the waitress actually like pushed me a few times to get out the way because she was working extremely hard.
She was.
She almost set off a bone in me to like we was about to fight. But
No,
I was
you
like,
were not. Shout out to, I believe her name is Hiroshimi,
yeah.
aka Bacon. She's the one to be
Bacon.
called Bacon.
Bacon. Because she bringing home the
She
bacon.
bringing home the
She
bacon.
did that night for
She was
sure.
about to bring home a black eye too, but
Stop
then I realized that
it.
I don't hit women.
You know, he's just kidding,
I'm
y'all.
just kidding, ladies.
He's just
I
kidding.
probably just messed up my whole.
Yeah.
I
chance.
was about to say,
Hey,
You're
y'all.
digging
Hey.
yourself, baby.
Hey.
But we forgot to thank the owner, Steve and Bacon, at Boardwalk 11 Karaoke Bar. They have karaoke every Thursday and Friday. You guys, make sure you check them out.
Shout out Boardwalk 11.
Boardwalk 11, amazing customer service, and they took care of our team behind the scenes and our beautiful customers and everybody, that our whole live audience. They took care of everybody.
Yeah.
And the next day they saw me, they were like, "You're so funny, Jackie. You're so funny." She kept telling me that.
I love that.
And then Ashton got jealous, and he's like, "Wait, I'm not funny?" And I was like, "It was my show."
There's no envious. There's no jealousy anywhere.
What happened? What's going on in the chat box?
I did see a different side of you though. That was.
You know what?
That was epic. I like that side of you.
So let me just tell you guys, that was definitely like my Sasha Fierce to Beyonce, because I'm really chill, but man, was I lit that night. And I don't mean drunk lit. Like, I was literally off the energy of the crowd. Yeah. I was dancing, I was twerking, I was dropping it hot. Like, I tried to, at least what these knees can do, because I'm at that age where I can't. I'm not no Meg Thee Stallion no more. I used to back in my college days, but not anymore. But you guys, we just gave so much energy. The crowd participation was amazing. The drinks were flowing. Yeah. Shout out to my sisters that were there. My sister Anna, who kept buying us drinks.
She did.
And I literally had 3 drinks on my table at one point. It was crazy.
Major shout out to Anna.
Be careful.
Major shout out, man.
I'm telling y'all needed to be there. The whole audience was an experience. Everybody was participating. Shout out to Kirsten, who was my host for the night. Yep. Shout out to Michael and Keith, who always hold it down behind the scenes. It was just, the energy was so good. And shout out to Happy Hour, Happy Marriage. They killed it as well. So
I like them.
Right?
The crowd presence was amazing.
So good.
Yeah.
They're very entertaining. And they're on after us, you guys. Make sure you tune in at 9 o'clock and you can catch them again. Happy Hour, Happy Marriage. What's going on in the chat, Lore?
I was going to say, I completely forgot, because the baddest says, hey, all the papasotes have pulled up all week, because on her show, she had Brown Papi was on her show.
Oh, that's right.
She said TG and Daddies, and then I can't read.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
TG
covering
and
it.
Daddies, and now Ashton. She says, hey, you're right. This whole week has been filled with the daddies. I mean, damn.
And we didn't take too many.
Brown Puppy.
Oh, that's right. And we didn't take too many pictures and videos. So if you guys have some, please send them to ladiesnightradioshow@gmail.com. But yeah, you guys. And of course, I have to go ahead and mention our Dodgers losing. But you know what? It was a great season.
Y'all didn't fly me out. I fucking said on the show.
I know.
Y'all didn't fly me out. If y'all would have flown me out, we would have been at the World Series.
It's okay. We're going to come back strong on the next one. And that's pretty much it. All right. You guys ready to get into some CHISME?
Yeah.
Ashton,
that young gossip.
Yes, I was just gonna ask you. Do you know what CHISME is?
I do.
Hey, you know what CHISME is? That's what I'm talking about. All right, they keep moving my stuff. Here we go.
Es un escándalo. Escándalo. Es un escándalo.
All right, you guys. So the first CHISME that we have, and we got to talk about it because it just happened. It's the Facebook changes their name, you guys. Facebook has changed its name to Meta.
World Peace.
Meta World Peace. I was honestly going to say that. I was like, wait, what Meta? CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced during the company's Connect event that the company will trade under the name MVRS starting December 1st, but reps for the company said we're going to see a whole lot more than a name change. So as you guys know, they're changing to Metaverse, but I don't know if you guys know that they will start also what's called the 3D world and complete with like virtual avatars, customizable homes, teleportation, gaming, fitness, and parties. You guys, they're turning like Facebook into like a virtual world, a virtual like reality world that you, and then Mark Zuckerberg says you can think about the metaverse as an embodied internet. So what's crazy is that a lot of people, they even said that you can also set up your own business. So if you, like, for example, you have your Lotus candles, if you wanted to set up shop in there, you could. It's a fake virtual world, but you'll be able to still like sell your stuff there like real. Isn't that crazy? What do you think of that?
I'm not feeling it. I don't know what it is. I feel like they're just training us to be like Wall-E, like these people who are just, dependent on life that's not real, not interacting with humans. And that shit scares me. Fucking robots like artificial intelligence, that shit like freaks me the fuck out. And I don't know. It's not something that I would be into, but you know, I'm of a certain age. Maybe it's like the younger kids coming up. They're not even on Facebook though. Maybe they're trying to go after the younger crowd.
Possibly.
They could be trying to bring in the younger crowd. I mean, me personally, I haven't really been on Facebook since 2007, so I go in I go in occasionally and look, but I don't really post or like interact.
Yeah, I really use Facebook to like store a lot of my pictures.
Yeah.
I make photo albums on there and I'll save them.
Yeah, a lot of my social media intake comes from like Instagram and Snapchat.
Are you on Twitter?
I am on Twitter. Like I tweet every now and then.
Yeah, I'm trying to get better at that too.
When I want to get some off my chest, I go to Twitter.
I feel you for sure. Yeah. Well, some of the ways that we can expect our online world to change are also what's called Horizon Worlds, where users can teleport to any surprise party or concert in the world with their friends, you guys. Horizon Workrooms, which virtually reconnects teams who can remotely, and features where you can move through time and space to study ancient civilizations or other planets from up close. So for Meta users who are about their coin, the metaverse economy allows business owners to host virtual events and sell products in this new world. That's what I was saying. But that is crazy. This whole like, it's going to make people not even like live life. They're going to start like, it's somewhere in there that they're going to start blending this virtual world and reality. And it's going to be such a blur. It's like, it is a bit scary to like to see that like people are already on their phones. Like we're already on their phones using Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, you know, whatever it is that you use, Facebook. And now it's like another thing to add to your like, now it's like, I don't even have to go outside. I'm going to go to the party that's, you know, like this Halloween party that's happening. I'm going to go, I don't feel like going. So I'm just going to join them through this virtual world and be there like in present, like, you know, be there, but not be there.
Listen, I don't need more reasons for my sisters to call me a boomer. I'm not wanting to get in this world.
What's a boomer?
It's not like a
baby boomer. So, you know, there's millennials. Baby boomers are the ones before.
Parents, like our parents are baby boomers.
And then it's Generation X, then it's millennials, and then it's Generation Z.
I don't know.
Oh, wow.
I know.
But whenever I don't know
you're a millennial.
Technology.
Am I?
Yeah, you're a millennial. I'm like a millennial, like at the edge of millennial.
So what classifies me as a millennial?
The year that you were born.
What year was I born?
I know. You're 80. I want to say 89. Was it close? 90?
89.
Yeah, the money, baby.
Nice.
I know.
Good,
I know
good
this.
job, Jack.
But anyways, okay, moving along to our next CHISME. I know a lot of you guys have a lot to say. Ashton, I don't know if you do, but so in the news that's going on right now too, that also dropped a bomb on so many people this week is the whole JADA and Will Smith. So, you know, JADA has been an open box or open book when it comes to her life.
She's an open box.
She's not an open box. She's not an open box.
Well, after August Alsina, she closed that box.
Stop it. Stop it. She has been an open book when it comes to her life and relationships, specifically her marriage to husband Will Smith, via her show Red Table Talk, you guys. And I know, you know, when people start podcasts or like whatever, their family always gets nervous. Like, all right, well, what are you talking about on there? You know, and sometimes it's going to happen. You're going to talk about personal things on there.
You have to.
I know I've shared things on here.
Red Table Talk is about open, honest conversation. If your platform is about being open and honest, you're going to have to share vulnerabilities, insecurities, and those things in your life. Otherwise, that's not really a platform for that. If you're not doing it, your guests aren't going to do it. So,
and I do want to mention that this particular episode, which a lot of people haven't even watched it, they've just seen the clip of what was said. But this was an episode with Gwyneth Paltrow, and their whole topic was about sex. They talked very candid conversation about sex, and she said Gwyneth shares important advice on how to have like intimacy and sex and all of that stuff. They even talked about the erotic blueprint by the sexpert. What's her name again?
Jaya, I believe.
So right here's the clip that everybody's kind of going crazy. So I'll play it for you guys in case you haven't heard it. So here it is.
It's really hard. I know. I'm sure. Mean, the thing that Will and I talk about a lot is the journey. I mean, we started in this at a very young age, 22 years old.
It's crazy.
That's why the accountability part really hit for me because I think you expect your partner to know especially when it comes to sex.
Right.
It's like, well, if you love me, you should know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you love me,
you should be able to read
you
my
should
mind.
read my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I
that's
mean?
a huge pitfall.
That's a huge pitfall.
Yeah, it is. I hate that.
You know,
Isn't it weird though? It's like someone doesn't read your mind and we feel crushed. Like we feel so disappointed. Where do we get that from?
I don't know, because I don't feel like that at all. I guess, or maybe I've just grown out of it.
I think
it's like you gotta tell me what you need. Like I can't read your mind.
Right.
Because I've grown out of it too.
Yeah.
Tell me what you need. Tell me what you want. And on top of it, I know that I have to be accountable to do the same.
And do you?
I really try.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable,
Very.
but it's deeply healthy. And I think around sex, because it's something that we don't talk about a lot and there's so much fantasy around it.
Right. Do you know how confused?
So I want to stop it right there because her mom was going to say, do you know how much porn has confused people in sex and all that and fantasies and stuff? But I wanted to address this just by listening to it. And I was really trying to see both sides. I really am. And I was trying to see, why are people so upset over this? Like, why are they upset with Jada and saying, how dare you do this to Will Smith? And I guess I'm missing something. So from your perspective, I want to hear from, so do you agree that she threw Will Smith under the bus here?
I do agree.
Okay. Can you explain to us why?
For the simple fact, because Will isn't there to A, defend himself, but also to be there to, like, I guess, like, be there to, you know, be on Jada's side in the sense of if she needs it. You know what I mean? Like,
but on side of what though?
Like, just like I just think she threw him under the bus because it's like it's more so like you can't hear his side of the story, or like.
But she didn't say anything bad about him. One, she didn't say anything particular about him here. She didn't say anything specific, anything about Will. All she said, like, she's like, we've been married, you know, at a young age since like 22 years old. And one thing she did say, especially when it comes to sex, it's like, well, you know, if you love me, you should know. If you love me, you should read my mind. That's a huge pitfall. If anything, she's saying, like, you know, I look at them as a lot of people like to put them in this perfect box. Like, I want that Jada and Will love. But the real love is communicating, having type of like your marriage isn't perfect. It's how you get through these type of hardships. And I think that her talking about this should be a perfect example. Like, nobody has a perfect marriage, and it's how you communicate. And her sharing her experience and saying, like, she's admitted, like, you know, that she has like that whole, like, you should read my mind. If you love me, you should know what I'm thinking. And she even said that's unhealthy. That doesn't make sense. So if anything,
I misinterpreted then, because
I think a lot of people are.
From that clip, it made it seem like she was basically saying that, like, Will doesn't know how she feels to give her what she wants.
No, because right after she says that's a huge pitfall.
Okay.
And that's what I think a lot of people are not listening. They just see, like, oh my gosh, she's saying Will Smith is not a good lover. I didn't hear any of that in here. I didn't see that. If anything, I see a real ass relationship and how they go through their own hardships and how they've overcome them. But everybody's so quick to throw her under the bus. And I'm like, if anything, I have so much more respect for them as a couple. Like, dang, like, they're not perfect and they've gone through these things that are real that most couples do. My question is, how did they get through it? And she talks about it in these podcasts, in these Red Table Talks. Mm-hmm. So instead of people really taking off their egos and like trying to just cancel people and throw people under the bus, it's like she never once threw Will Smith under the bus. And that's what I don't understand, why everybody's getting so mad. But I guess, again, it's this culture right now of the cancel culture. Once somebody goes, like, you know, somebody says something in the comments, everybody just kind of follows that same thing. It's like, wait, what are we mad at here? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I think it's she talks about accountability, right? Like this helps keep me accountable. It helps keep him accountable. But she talks about the journey. So I feel like there is an implication there of like, damn, we used to be like this. We used to maneuver in this way, but now we're communicating. I think that people are still upset about the last interview. And I think now they have a view of who who JADA is.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I have to say that so many of these conversations, what's lacking is also a male perspective. Gwyneth Paltrow was on the show because she just dropped Sex, Love, and Goop on Netflix, which is all about your intimacy and your sex life, which is a great show. If you guys have time to watch it, I highly recommend. It is problematic in some ways. It has a lot of ways to grow. But of all the couples that were represented, they did not focus on male pleasure. For the exception of like one of the persons on the show. So I think that that's what's really lacking, is that like the women in that interview were talking about how, like the porn part, right? Like women's pleasure is not even taken into consideration. But when you think about it, is male pleasure taken into consideration also? Or are men just as conditioned with porn as women are? Of this is what we think that men want, just the penetration or whatever it is. But is it really? I'm sure that's a part of it, of course. But I think that the male voice, like you said, Ashton, I feel like is missing. And I feel like it was missing in her series also.
In who? Gwyneth
Paltrow series, yes.
But can I say this though? Too. Just to talk about your porn part real quick, I will say that porn was probably the audience for porn was probably men back in the days when a lot of it was, so a lot of the ways that porn is made is catered to men. Not, and you can agree or disagree, but I've seen plenty of porn and a lot of it like definitely for a while
catered for men.
Now it's like it's going to be more popular, like the kinks, the BDSM is coming up more popular, but like there's really no like porn that really caters to women. The porn is like soft porn because women, they cater that as far as like the stories and stuff. But the pleasure,
we have a dude here.
But the pleasure part is more about like, it's more catered to men when it comes to porn.
I don't 100% agree with that, but I think my perspective is now different because of all the things that where I am and what I'm like learning. But I think that men, like I say this a lot too, is like men are really affected by the patriarchy.
True.
Just as much as women are. And we tend to take these dynamics of like, women don't have a voice, women this, but is it really, are men really powerful in this space, or are they just affected and conditioned as women are? So that's the perspective that I'm coming from, like, and also this idea of like men like this and women like this. And that's why I like the erotic blueprint, because it's so wide. It's not just catered to like, this is masculine, this is feminine. It's like, what are you?
Right.
Because I can watch porn that's just penetration and enjoy it as much as probably any other person would. That doesn't necessarily make me, I don't know, does it make me more masculine? I don't think it does.
No.
I don't know. I want to ask you, Ashton, because you're here. Like,
okay. All right. No,
do you feel that porn is like, when you see porn, do you feel like, oh yeah, this is how I'm supposed to be, this is how I'm supposed to perform, what I'm supposed to do
in the early and let me give a disclaimer, hopefully my mama's not listening.
Sorry, mama, if you
I'm sorry. But in the early days of I was like that. When I was wild, I was like, okay, so this is something that happens. This is what men are supposed to expect. But in my older days, as I've encountered porn every now and then, I look at it like, it's like it's a collective effort. Like it's more so, it's a collective effort. Like I see the porn that I've seen like both parties enjoying it, and there has been cases where the women are dominant in most porn scenes. Like the women are dominant. They're expressing like, okay, here you pushing dudes, pushing them back. Like this is how it's gonna go down. So I think, man, like honestly, sex is a big part in, I don't want to say the success of a relationship. However, I do think sex is a
it's important.
It's important.
Yeah.
In the relationship. Yeah. However, though, too.
But it's also important to know what type of sex your partner enjoys.
Exactly. Right. And that comes from experimenting during sexual encounters.
Yeah.
But also too, it comes from
communicating as well,
and trust though. Trust
and intimacy.
You know, and like.
But you just said it too. In your younger years, you were like thinking like that. And now it's like as you're getting older and you're learning, you're going through experiences, right? And that's what I feel like.
I don't watch porn all the time.
No. I'm not talking about porn anymore. I'm talking about Jada and Will.
Right.
Kind of like she just talked about like they've been married for like 20 plus years. So for them to like, she was talking about how it was before and how she's not like that now. But you know, she was just sharing that. But you know, I just wanted to wrap that up really quick because that's not what our topic is, but it's definitely something that needs to be talked about. Yeah, like I definitely think that we need to talk more about that and make sex topic comfortable for people to talk and discuss so that you can know that you can talk to your partners about this and feel comfortable with it. So I really want to go into the chat room or chat box. What are they saying in there, Lore?
High Priestess says, even when he was, people still talk shit. She said, I'm sure it wasn't a surprise for him. They are really open with each other and people are just uncomfortable with women speaking out candidly.
I agree.
Ooh.
I agree. It's like,
speak on that, Ashton. That ooh.
He said, ooh.
Ooh-wee.
People are just uncomfortable with women speaking out candidly. I think people who have insecurities are uncomfortable with women speaking out candidly.
And there's a lot of people out there with insecurities.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, I feel like Jada really has a masculine energy. Like her masculine energy is really strong. No, don't get me wrong, she's still feminine. Like she has a good amount, but her masculine energy is really strong. And I think it intimidates some people, you know? All right, that wraps up our CHISME, y'all.
That was a good ass CHISME. That could be a topic.
We might have to do it again and then maybe bring in the fellas from Just a Dope Ass Podcast because they are really.
Yeah. And look, the first episode they were on with me, they talked about that, like how porn fucked up men too. And like Ashton, you said, like when you first started out with your first sexual encounters, it's so much pressure to perform. We don't know everything that goes on behind the scenes in between the pills, the fluffing, the, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
right. And it's a situation where it's like it's manipulation at some point. Like they're, you know, it's very manipulative.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a different topic.
All right, y'all. Let's get into this. Hey. Let's get into tonight's topic. So if you guys were there on our Friday episode, we did talk about, and this is part 2 of the topic because I feel like so many people had so much to say, but you know, I definitely wanted to hear more from all of you guys in the chat. So make sure you tune in, but let us know. All right. So, you know, this question was brought up to me actually by Ashton. And I talked about how a friend came up to me, and Ashton's a friend, and I wasn't going to say it was him, but he was like,
oh, he was probably owning that shit.
He was in there. He's like,
definitely
that was me.
Yeah.
So for the people, I won't say, but for you, what was the question? Repeat it for our listeners.
Okay, so for the listeners,
you can use the example too, like you told us at the table.
Okay, so the question was, as ladies, when you're getting dressed to go out and hang out with your girls, and you're heading to like a club or a lounge or a bar,
okay,
like, and your intention isn't to talk to any dudes. Like your intention isn't to talk to any dudes. So my question is, what warrants you or what changes your mind to give a guy a number, give a guy your real number when he approaches you?
Okay. So this is for women that don't even have that in mind to give their number out.
Correct. This is just like women, period. Just like going out to hang out with their girls.
Okay.
But and you know, like when you're a woman and you feeling yourself, you got the bombest outfit on, your nails, your hair, your makeup is done. Us men, we notice that, right? So, but we also, I mean, I can't say we. I know me personally, like I'm observant of like things like that. So like I pay attention to nail color,
right?
Like what you're wearing, the fragrance you're wearing, like how your hair is.
Wow.
But I also know that I know that most women are, when they're hanging out, I know that most women don't like the aggressive guy coming up to them and quote unquote, lack of better terms, being thirsty.
Okay. So kind of like, how do you show someone you're really interested or without like coming off thirsty or aggressive?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. you know, and you should already know this. You know how not to be too aggressive and how not to be a creepy dude in the bar.
Right.
You because you said an example. Your example at the bar, you already like that guy was doing too much.
Right.
Give that example. Like, what was he doing?
So all right. So
you and your friends saw a group of girls, beautiful women.
Yeah, me. You gonna let me tell
I'm sorry, because I said girls and I want to correct myself, so I said beautiful women.
Bet. All right. So me and my boys, we actually it was the weekend of the Deontay Wilder fight. So we went to one of the local just like neighborhood like places to go where like sporting events happen.
Yeah.
And so we were sitting down and then there was a vacant table next to us and the security or like the people out in the front, they brought like a group of women to come sit next to us. And
right.
Like, as they're walking in, we already like me looking at them. I'm like, okay, yeah, nah, they owning their space. Like they coming in. They know that like they the baddest in the building. It was a perfect selection of other women, but still like the way that they carried themselves, their aura. So they sat next to us, and me, I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, all right, I'm looking at all of them. You know, I'm like paying attention, just like which one can I open up to? Basically, like, you know. So anyway,
that's a good
like you just wanted to see which one you can kind of help you get your foot in the door with all of them.
Definitely, okay. Yeah. Not even my foot in the door. Like I can do my own leg work.
Okay.
It's more so of just like seeing which one is like what type
has their guard down more.
Like what type of personality do I need to put on?
Got you.
You know what I mean? Like, do I need to be straightforward? Like, is this person gonna accept charisma, or is this person gonna like, boy, just like tell me what you want? Like, just be straight up. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, they're sitting next to us and they chilling, and this dude is already had like 6 or 7 drinks already. So you can
some other dude,
right?
Yeah, okay.
This dude with his boys behind us, and so you can already tell like he's kind of like already feeling his drinks or whatever.
Right.
So there was an empty seat at the table with the women. And so one of the girls, they're one of the women, they already had like you can tell that they were buzzed. And so one of them reached over and said, no, it was the empty chair was at our table. Right. That's what it was. The empty chair was at our table. And one of the women reached over and said, are you using this chair? So in my mind, I'm like, jackpot, cha-ching, like there we go. Here we go. My foot's in the door.
The way the mine works.
There we go.
Cha-ching,
so anyway, I was
she asked for the chair. I'm in.
Right. No, but all business aside, like that's you know, I don't know if that anyway. So I'm like, yeah, no problem. Small talk. So they got the chair because it's like, oh yeah, we got a homegirl coming in. Like, all right, cool. Like maybe 5 or 10 minutes later, the homegirl comes in. And like the homegirl was like, she was like the homegirl, but she was like, okay, she's solid, like she cool. So she sits down and like immediately starts interacting with her friends and stuff. So the guy that I'm talking about, who was already, you can tell he's already like had drinks. The young lady like didn't even have 2 minutes to get settled. And he walked over, smooth talked her, like went in her ear, and just started like putting his hand on her, talking to her. And like I read body language. And so her body language is like, bro, like get away from me. But because I guess she didn't want to be rude, she accepted the small talk and accepted him buying her a drink. But then she was like, well, shit, if you get me a drink, you got to get a drink for my girls on the table.
Right. She said that. Okay.
So then
smart.
He ended up doing it.
Like, if I got to hear you talk, you better buy us all drinks.
So he ended up buying the around the shots.
Okay.
Right. So they all got their shots, knocked them back. 10, 15 minutes later, he come back and is in the girl ear again, like going, like talking. Get another round of shots.
So that's 2 rounds of shots.
2 rounds. He goes, sits down. 10, 15 minutes later, he comes back and is talking to the same girl. So at this point, I can already tell in my head, like, this dude, like, bruh is doing too much. Like, smooth, suave guys buying 1 round of shots and then calling it a day. And you waiting until the end of the night to go holler at her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to crowd her space. she'd already hadn't been sitting down for
Right.
10, 15 minutes, and you already coming in. So I'm looking at that. I'm like, okay, so like this can't be typical behavior. Like this can't be.
But wait, what did you do?
I chilled. I was chilling.
But didn't you send something? No, it's because we're radio. We can't be. You're prolonging them. So,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Okay. Long story short.
Yeah.
Long story short. This is my first time.
I know.
Excited.
I'm helping you out. That's all I was trying to tell you.
My mom made it. Yeah. But long story short, like me being like the charismatic, like facetious, funny dude, like I went over and started talking to him. I was like, "Yo, y'all good? I see your man's is over here, buying y'all drinks. You know what? Shot around the water on me," and I sent around the water around the table, and that opened the door that got them like hype. And then one of the girls that I was actually looking at was like, "Fuck the water. Where's the alcohol at?"
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, fuck it. So I bought her around the shots and called it a day. But like, yeah.
So you didn't
hit her up at the end for her number.
I did. So I got the number.
Was it the wrong number?
No. It was the right number. However, the conversation was minimal. The conversation literally stopped at that like night going into the morning. And like she was highly not intoxicated, but she consumed a lot of drinks. And like me from past histories, like I already know, like if somebody's feeling me, they're gonna continue conversation.
Or they probably don't remember.
Right.
So why don't you have you tried asking her on an actual date? Hey, what are you doing Friday?
I deleted the number.
Oh my God. Okay, you guys give up so easily.
Nah, it's not.
When did you delete I need
All right, go ahead.
When did you delete the number from? Okay, you were texting
the next
that night, and then she probably fell asleep. She had a lot to drink. Did you hit her up in the morning?
Nah, I didn't.
So I think so.
But also too, small disclaimer though, like I'm fresh out of a relationship. So it's like I'm still learning how to do all this stuff again.
Mm-hmm. You know I completely understand
I'm
that,
still learning, and I'm being vulnerable now.
Yeah.
Like I'm being vulnerable, saying that I'm still learning how to do all this stuff, which is why that question was presented that night after our game at the table, because it's like I'm trying to learn. Not saying that I'm about to rush into something, but it's just like, like
you gotta get back into dating.
You see what I'm saying? Like I gotta know exactly like what women are, what their train of thought is, or like what they're expecting.
Go ahead.
Okay, I don't get picked up a lot when I'm out in person. But when I meet somebody or we exchange numbers or whatever the case may be, I'm looking for someone to engage me. Like, I love conversation. I'm always asking questions, but if the person's not asking me questions back or engaging in conversation other than where I'm starting and leading, to me, that is like very similar to what you said. It's like, oh, well, they're just not into me. They're not like if I ask you a question, you respond, but you don't ask me the question back. I'm like, are you even trying to get to know me?
Right.
Like, where's the effort? So I feel like that goes a really long way. Like once you have the number and once you're engaging, to be the person to initiate conversation also, and to ask the same question back, like, hey, who's your favorite baseball team? And then you say, oh, whatever. And then you say, what about you?
Don't say, oh, whatever.
No, but she's just saying like summing it up.
But still, you've been around us long enough to know who my favorite baseball team is.
Do I?
Oh my God. My thing is you gave up way too soon. You deleted the number way too early. And this person actually sounded like somebody probably that you could at least they were your future, but I'm just saying somebody that you could go on a date with.
Right. And I see that aspect of it. I see that aspect of it. But the part that I left out was I wasn't the only one that she was walking around giving the numbers to.
So
her number to.
That has nothing to do with it.
Right.
That's why you got to stand out even more.
Exactly.
You know, but look, I give you so much credit for saying that, like you being really honest on there right now, that you're out of a relationship, that you're opening up to be vulnerable. A lot of men don't say that. Yeah. So I give you credit for coming on here and saying that. I think there's no formula. I think every woman is going to be different.
Right.
And you said you read body language.
Mm-hmm.
Use those same skills of body language to try to pick up on, what it is that they're trying to say. Texting is hard too, because it could be interpreted in so many ways.
Facts.
I would say ask her out for coffee, for a drink, something that's very low risk, right? Like maybe not dinner, because what if y'all come together to dinner and then you're like, fuck, now I'm like an hour in.
Coffee's always good.
I don't drink coffee.
Physical interaction, I feel like, is definitely the best. It shows somebody that you're interested in really getting to know them, and you're standing out from other individuals.
Right. And I like that, but also too, we're in it's clear that we're in the social media world right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what I take into consideration is the fact that like we're so gullible, not even gullible, but we're like we are glued to our phones 24/7 via social media, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so everything that you look at on social media is negative, like women being attacked by men and things of that nature. So like women are very apprehensive to like open up to somebody new right away, accepting dates and things of that nature.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I think it depends on the woman. And if I'm gonna also say, like, if you're ready to date and you're putting that energy out there, just think that you want to attract women that are also gonna be ready to date.
It's funny you say that, because I'm not more so ready to like go out and like date right away.
Mm-hmm.
Like not right now. Like, so I think the reason why the pursuit ended that quickly is because it's more so like I'm not ready to like.
But here's my thing, you guys. I understand what you're saying. You just gotta have a relationship. Dating it's difficult. Hello, I get it. I've been dating, so I get it.
Yeah.
But you don't have to always go with the intention like she's the one. At least just go out and have a good time, enjoy her company, and allow her to enjoy yours.
Right.
If you're clicking, then maybe there'll be a second date. If not, and here's the thing that I want to tell fellas too, like if it's just not clicking for her, or maybe it was clicking for you, respect that it's just not clicking and be okay with that. Don't let it get to your ego, because so many men get upset and like, well, fuck you, like you weren't even all that. Like that is not needed. Like if you're clicking, you're both are gonna click and there'll be a part two. If not, if one of you, because let's say she's clicking and then that's when guys are like, she's clingy, she's doing too much. Well, like no, she just likes you. But if you don't like her, don't string her along. End it there. Like, you know what? It was a fun date, but I just don't see us going anywhere. If people communicated like that, things would be so much better.
Right, but it's the delivery and the communication.
But it's also the ghosting. No, some people are scared to go ahead and approach that and just say it, that they're like, I'm just not going to talk to her. I'm not going to respond to her or him. And I'm just going to leave them on red and ghost them. And that's not okay either. Be adults, communicate, have fun. And even if you like, let's say you go out and you're like, oh, she's cool, I just don't see myself with her, you can still enjoy the rest of the night with that person. Call it a night, give her a hug. It was great, good times. And then you can text her the next day. If you want to be super bold, you can tell her there, but just end it on a good note. And then the next day, like, hey, I had so much fun, but I just don't see us, connecting in that way. It can be tough, but it's definitely there. She's going to respect you way more, or he's going to respect you way more, ladies. Just be honest,
I agree 100%, because I be out here. The last person that ghosted me was 47 years old.
Ghosting. We shouldn't be ghosting.
At 47 years old.
Use your words.
He fucking ghosted me. Like, what the actual fuck?
Use your words.
And I want to say too, like, intention
age ain't nothing but a number.
he sure showed me that. Intention is so important too. And I know you said like you're putting yourself out there, right? Kind of getting your feet wet again. Yeah. I agree with what Jackie said. Like if it's not something, if you feel like you're not ready and this showed you like, okay, maybe I'm not ready, cool. But I like what Jackie said too. It's like dipping your toe in all over again. You know, that's why I said something that's very low risk. Let's come out and have a coffee or a drink or tea or whatever. Ice cream. Let's go out for ice cream. Something that's very low risk.
Right for the DR,
so just so we got to go on to our next segment, you guys. We got to go on to the next one. But just to kind of let you know, to wrap things up, how to leave successfully with the right number. You know what? Sometimes it's not you, and sometimes it's just we don't want to give you our numbers. So it has nothing to do with you, right. And be okay with that. If she gives you the number or if he gives you the number, because, you know, ladies out here doing their thing too. That's cool. And if you didn't, it's okay. You tried, and on to the next one. Don't beat yourself over it. Just because that person didn't give it to you doesn't mean, you know, the next one won't. So, yeah. All right, y'all, we got to go into the next segment. We're going to go ahead and go into Ride the Vibe with Goddess Lore. Lore, are you ready for us?
I'm ready, baby, because this card ties into the conversation like it usually does.
Hey.
We ready? Feliz Viernes. Today, the card that was pulled for the collective from the archetype deck is the Queen. She is the Empress, the Mother Queen, the Sovereign. Like her counterpart, the King, the Queen has a dualistic nature. Either she presides over the realm with grace and eloquence that comes from the heavens to uplift the spirit of others, or she falls into petty, contemptuous moods, casting a shadow across the land. If the king is the ego, the queen is the expression of that ego in the world. She is the lotus bloom, the dancer's bow, the moon's radiant reflection. When the queen is seated in her rightful and righteous place, she is patient and forgiving. She waits for the grace of God and Goddess to move through her, striving and grasping for nothing. To be the benevolent leader, to embody the queen, is to settle into deep trust, resolve, and power. The royal queen fears nothing, for divinity itself cradles her heart. So this weekend, I'm going to invite everybody to ride the deep trust vibe. That part within ourselves where everything is divine and perfect, and we don't have to act a certain way. We simply have to be in our divinity, in our power, in our resolve, because we are all divine beings. We are all divinely protected. We simply have to trust in ourselves and in the way that we are showing up in the world. It's not about doing, it's about simply being in the moment. Because you know what? A queen does not accept the hand of a prince, but she claims the throne. Knowing that the king draws near, she's a magnet for the fully embodied masculine and entertains nothing else. And this goes for the men too. If you are an embodied king, you are waiting for your embodied queen, and you will not play with anything else because it's not worth it. So this goes perfectly into what we were talking about, because all you got to do is work on yourself, baby.
Yeah.
Be in the deep trust of your divinity and who you are as an individual, and you're going to draw and attract the right people in your life. So again, this weekend, ride the deep trust vibe. Take some time to connect with yourself, baby. And self-pleasure, because that's the best way to get to know yourself. Ride that erotic energy this weekend. This is Goddess Lore asking you, what vibe do you want to ride? Get on that queen shit and king shit, okay?
Hey.
There's no time for clowns anymore. We're not playing.
I love it. I love it. All right, you guys. You know what time it is. It is game time. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
We ready.
Are you ready? Ash, you ready?
Stay ready. You ain't got to get ready, right?
Are you in that king energy right now?
Always. I'm always a king, baby.
Always a king. Can I get a cup?
Even when I feel like a prince, I'm still a king. Oh.
All right, y'all. We have a game for Ashton. It's called Truth or Shot, and I luckily have some whiskey here.
Perfect. Last week, disclaimer. Last week, I was unable to play this game because I couldn't drink, but now, 7 days later, I'm ready.
Okay, he's ready.
Truth or Shot. Oh, and by the way, I'm still hurt that you bypassed me during this game when I was willing to play. I was a willing participant.
I'm so sorry. You saw there's so many hands wanted to play.
She looked at me 3 times. She overlooked me 3 times. But it's all good.
Who you? Kirsten?
No, your co-host.
Oh, Loaded?
Yeah.
Loaded.
Actually, what happened?
Loaded.
What had
happened was, let me touch it real quick. baby. Look, what happened was, it was between Ashton and Ray, and I left it up to Jackie. That's why I didn't want to choose, because I was like, oh no, because I know he wants to play, but she wants to play. So I left it up to Jackie.
But look, now we have you here.
Yeah, so.
Now we have you here in person. You got a whole hour just of you and us, baby. Just you and us.
You know how to butter me up.
No, Miss Smith. Okay, you got your little whiskey. Don't drink again.
Can I smell it?
Yes, you can smell it.
If this was, if it's if it's the house,
it's some Johnny Walker.
If it's the house whiskey at the top shelf.
Johnny Walker. Here we go.
It's Black Label, baby.
Hey.
Baby, are you ready? It's called Truth or Shot.
Yes, ma'am.
And because that's the last of it. Just take a sip of it if you have to drink it. But I think you're gonna answer all of them.
I think so too.
All right. Where is the craziest place you've ever had sex?
Man.
Sorry, Mama.
Yeah, moms ain't listening. She don't know how to use the internet, so we good.
I'm gonna send it to her.
All right, bet. Damn, the craziest place that I had sex.
Yeah.
Shit. In my 2005 Volkswagen Passat backseat. And
that's the craziest, the backseat.
Yeah, but I'm about to tell you, it was up the block from my crib, across the street from a well-lit neighborhood. Yeah. And my windows weren't tinted.
Oh my God.
So it was a voyeur thing.
I guess.
Or the exhibitionist thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The next one. What's your sexual fantasy?
Damn. My sexual fantasy? Shit, to have sex with JT from the City Girls.
Oh, okay.
That's my boo. I
have a question.
Okay.
What is one thing sexually that you want to try but you haven't had the courage to do yet?
One thing sexually that I want to try but haven't had the courage to do yet.
Damn. Oh! Taking up the cup. What?
Oh my God!
All right,
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, really. Okay.
Because I've tried everything. So.
Okay.
We know
not everything.
We know that's a lie because sex is so expensive.
What's your go-to porn?
My go-to?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, BBW blowjobs.
Somehow I'm not surprised, you know.
Oh my God. Oh God. Do you have another one?
Let's see. Okay. You're being intimate with someone and she looks at you and she says, "Tell me something filthy." What do you say?
Ooh, I like that one.
I farted while you gave me head.
That's
okay. See, that's
you asked the question and I answered.
I wish I had a laughing one. That shit is hilarious.
What was that? Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I'm starting to realize this is not a good question to ask men because, this is the...
Well, especially not me. I'm going to find some humor out of it.
Oh my God.
What if they say, like, what is the filthiest thing you want to do to me? How about that?
Okay. All right. So you're asking me like,
yes.
Okay, what is the filthiest thing that I want to do to you?
You're like passionately
in
kissing, and she's like, "What's the filthiest thing you want to do to me?"
Spit on your clit.
Oh my God.
Just got hotter in here. Okay.
Oh gosh! All right.
I love that answer. Not the fart one. That was the right answer.
Yeah.
All right. I hopefully have a good one. Have you ever had your ass licked? Truth or shot? This is gonna probably be it. You better just finish that right there. I should be like, and liked it.
Oh, There you go.
Right, so I'm on my trick daddy shit. It happened, and
I liked it.
I didn't like it at all.
Oh.
Like I hated it.
I always say try everything twice. Maybe you weren't with the right person.
Nah.
All right,
good thing I washed my ass that day.
I mean,
thank you for that. You guys are hilarious. All right, you guys, that wraps up the game time. Hope y'all love that. That was great, Ashton. Good job there.
Yes, good job. He only drank once. You did good.
Hey, I'm gonna give a small disclaimer. I never shy away from answering questions. So
okay.
Except for the question I asked you.
Yeah, just that one.
Because that was a tough question to ask. Okay. It's not that I didn't want to answer it. I just didn't have an answer to give.
We do have some people in the chat. Shout out to Brian. He says, word communication is key, and word age ain't nothing but a number. And then that's Carol right. Mommy says, I'm catching the replay tonight's show. Carol yes, you missed a good one earlier, so definitely tune in. You're getting still a good show, by the way. So don't even go anywhere yet. We still have the cheers. So let's do the cheers really quick. This is where you share something you're proud of, you give yourself some love, or just what's giving you life this week. Ashton, we'll start off with you. What do you want to give cheers to?
Answer all three. We're answering all three, right?
No, just either or if you want to do both. What's giving you life this week, or what do you want to give cheers to?
Okay, man, what's giving me life this week is just I do want to answer both of them.
Okay, go for it.
If it's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So, what's giving me life this week is just being able to see my loved ones, friends, and family. Like I'm real big on family and family oriented. So, and I just love actually what's giving me life is like my group chat. I had a group chat last night, and literally I was falling over crying.
Good group chats are definitely needed, yo.
And I literally posted in the middle of a group chat, and I said on my Instagram, I said, the amount of laughs this group chat is producing right now, it was just amazingly, and laughter is good for the soul.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And what I want to give cheers to is just success. Give cheers to success. Cheers to and whatever success is to anybody, whatever your definition of success is cheers to that. We are so big on, and I have this conversation all the time, we're so big on focusing on society's views of success, and we don't realize that paying attention to society's views that have us in a box that we are struggling to get out of. And I'm a victim of that. I back in my younger days, I was a true victim of basing my life off of society's views, and it put me in some places that I am so glad that I'm not in right now, so just cheers to success, and whatever you feel success is, go and do it. I'm in a healing phase right now, man.
Woo, so, yes.
Yeah,
we love our healing men.
Yeah, I'm in a healing phase. I'm being more accountable, for my actions, both negative and positive. Being accountable for my actions. Just also giving credit where credit's due, and more so just I'm tapping into just my mental health, so
I feel it.
I'm tapping into my mental health.
Yeah. And I've known you for quite some time, and I can definitely say that I seen growth. I seen you through a few of your stages, and honestly, you've right now I've seen the most happiest, most realist, and most humble, and so I'm really proud of you, and I'm glad that you said that you're working on your mental health. That's really important.
The stage that you see me at right now, that's a true testament to my job right now. Because I was in a position before this job to where I lost all of that. And I hate discussing it, but sometimes it's relevant to the conversations that I have,
right?
Because of how I am personally right now. So my last job was just, it drained me. It got to the point where I was waking up every morning trying to figure out a way not to go into work. And so it was actually my teammate at a tournament in Palm Springs that said if this is causing you to do if this is causing you not to have fun doing what you love to do, then that place isn't for you.
Right.
So that day I wrote up my resignation letter and turned it in on Monday, and that's all she wrote. So now I'm in a great space right now. Like
congratulations.
I really enjoy the company I'm with. So cheers to success.
Cheers to that, man. Cheers to that. Cheers to the small wins too. I always say that. Celebrate the small wins, because the big wins are amazing, but those small wins add up, and those are definitely very crucial through your journey. Goddess Lode, what do you want to give a cheers to? What's giving you life?
TGN family, our live show, everybody who came out to support is giving me life. And the Raiders, baby.
I'll give you an applause for that.
5-2. It's been maybe 22 years. So I hate that it says Las Vegas, but Raiders.
All right. I like that. I'm gonna give a cheers to actually what's giving me life is the live show. I was really not gonna do it. All of you guys know, I was not gonna do that live show. But thankfully my team behind me, my co-hosts, my friends and family close to me definitely kept telling me, you got to do it. It's 200. You just do it. And I'm so glad I did.
Yes, it's great.
You guys saw the video. I was like, I'm not even nervous there at the event. But once the lights in, we're on, like I was a different person. Like I gave so much, all my energy, and I'm glad I did it. And I think we're going to do another one. We're
I'm
gonna
fucking
do
down,
one.
bitch. Let's go. Another one.
Another one. All right, you guys. Ashton, where can people find you if you want to be found?
Oh man.
Or if the ladies want to slide in your DMs.
If you want to slide in my DMs, ladies. I encourage it. However, I'm not thirsty for it.
If you want your clit spit on, where can they find you?
So again,
oh my god,
I encourage the DM hidden,
right?
If you don't hit the DM, it's okay. But,
okay.
I'll go. My Instagram handle is _flyer-than-your-kicks. My Snapchat is that boy Cash, and my Twitter, I forgot it. I'm rarely on it, so
it's okay.
Forgive me.
Put it on your Instagram story.
Those are the two main platforms that I'm on consistently. Facebook and not Facebook. Sorry, Metabook. My bad. No, those are the two platforms I'm on consistently. Instagram and Snapchat.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us with the ladies here at TGN Latinx. We appreciate you pulling up, man.
I appreciate you having me, man. Can I do a shout out?
Yeah, go for it.
And this is a serious shout out. I know Godwin was a part of the station.
Yes.
So rest in peace, Gotti, man. He was he was one of my good friends in high school, and I supported his business heavy. So it was heartbreaking news to find out that he's no longer with us. But my prayers are out to his family and his close friends and his kids.
Thank you. Yeah, Gotti is definitely always will be Good News Radio, and broke a lot of our hearts here to see him,
indeed,
to lose him, because he had an amazing platform. The Black Barbershop brought so much great energy, and he was all about spreading a great Black energy and just energy in general. And he was doing his part for his community. So to lose him, we all felt it here, and so we appreciate that. I know you and Gotti were close.
Yeah.
So for sure. Somebody painted a portrait of him, and we're actually going to be hanging it, I think, next door in our Studio One. So
I love that.
Yeah, we're really fortunate to have good people around us, and they're donating that portrait of Gotti and his co-host to our station. So yeah. All right, you guys. Did you have any final words, Goddess Lode, before we leave?
Yeah, hit up your girl at Lotus Hustle on Instagram, Goddess Lode on TikTok, and join me every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Sexual Frequency, baby.
Ooh, okay.
And if you want to know what God is like, you could tune into the last episode with Just a Dope Ass Podcast, because I found my filthy crew. Let me tell you.
All right, you guys. Well, I hope you guys know where to find me at Ladies Night Radio Show on Instagram, and also at mysterious.jax. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. Please share us with your friends and your family. I am your host, Mysterious Jax. This is my girl, Goddess Lode. This is my friend, Ashton. Make sure you guys follow him. And this is Ladies Night Radio Show. And just remember one thing, ladies. You are enough. All right, y'all. We'll see you next Friday. Same time, same place. See y'all later.
Oh, Carol Mommy says you ladies look especially beautiful tonight.
Thanks, baby.
Thank you.
And shout out to AJ Jones, who's in the building with the marathon flag. I'm assuming he's your friend or knows Gotti. No?
Oh, possibly. Yeah.
Possibly.
I gotta look at the handle.
All right. And shout out to Liz, High Priestess. She's also in there. All right, y'all. We'll see you guys next Friday. Same time, same place, 7:30 right here at TGN Latinx. The Good News Radio. Make sure you follow us.
Make them sing to this pussy like a melody. And if your bitch ain't right, I got the remedy. It ain't too many niggas that can handle me. Bad bitch, I could be your fantasy.
Hey. Yeah, baby. And we are still live on YouTube. They always get a special treat behind the scenes.
They do.
Hey, so
we should do like a little extension on YouTube, like
we always can
ask the ladies or some I was gonna say backdoor what's what I'm looking for?
Backstage?
Yeah, like some backstage access, like something,
Okay.
I feel like it'd be dope.
All right. What you want to tell them?
She don't even know. She's creating content and don't even know how she want to follow up with it.
It's an idea. I get it. I feel it. It's still in the process.
Okay.
You think I don't have questions? Because I made you drink.
So you just gonna sit on that for a while, huh? You gonna sit on that?
I might sit on it for a while. Just saying.
Hey,
damn.
We talking about booty bouncing before the show.
Yeah, man. And just when I thought I lost my mojo.
Un culo bien grande. Hey. Y'all got questions for our guests? How about that? Hey.
All right, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you guys for always hanging with us here at the Good News Radio and TGN Latinx. Follow your girls every Friday at 7:30. We are live right here, baby. We'll see y'all later.
Adios. Besitos.
Have a safe weekend, y'all. Don't drink and drive.